Lee, thank you so much. Joining us now from House Foreign Affairs and House Judiciary, Congressman Greg Steube. It's always a pleasure having you on. Let's move on to this next story. You know, we talk a lot about inflation, Congressman. Your reaction to this: Senator Joe Manchin, he's joining other Democrats saying Biden's student loan bailout was wrong, that it was excessive. What do you make of that?
Well, it's wrong on so many different levels, and it tells you a lot, especially in Washington, D.C., to actually have Democrats who are willing to go on the record against what the Biden administration is trying to do. It's obvious they're trying to pay people off before the midterm elections and hand out money to a very small class of Americans. The majority of Americans didn't go to college. The majority of Americans work hard every day and don't have student loans, and it's like 14% are going to graduates' degrees. So it's like the majority of this is going to people with graduate degrees, doctors and lawyers who are young. I had 50 grand in student loans from law school. I paid them off years ago. So you're actually only helping a small class of young graduates, not the majority of Americans. And it's adding to inflationary problems because you're dumping more money on an economy that's already hot on inflation.
And Congressman, the thinking in Washington is that President Biden is trying to distract away from that backlash over that student loan bailout by going after MAGA voters. And Congressman, the president, he has Congress, he's got the White House, he gave the left what they wanted with trillions of new spending, but he's been attacking MAGA voters, and now he's flip-flopping on that. Let's watch this.
I pledge to be a president who seeks not to divide, but unify, who doesn't see red states and blue states, only sees the United States. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They don't consider any Trump support. I want to be very clear up front. Not every Republican is a MAGA Republican.
When people voted for Donald Trump and support him now, they weren't voting for attacking the Capitol. They weren't voting for overruling an election. They were voting for a philosophy he put forward.
He has been very clear that he's talking about office holders. He's talking about elected officials who have these MAGA, ultra-MAGA Republican agendas.
Okay. There seems to be confusion. I mean, I understand what they're saying now, but he was very forceful, Congressman, in the beginning, going after Republicans who voted for Trump. And then it became MAGA. And then it seems like they're all over the map about it.
He doesn't want to be divisive, yet he's actually being divisive and going after 73 million Americans that voted for Trump. The majority of my district, all of the counties in my district. And what I've noticed of my 4 years in Washington is if the Democrats can't beat you on policy or on facts, they just resort to name calling. You're misogynistic, you're racist. MAGA is a threat to our Constitution, which actually stands for Make America Great Again. And the people that support that movement want to support America and want to make America great again. I don't see how that's an antithesis to the Constitution. It actually supports our constitutional values and our conservative values.
If so,
he's just driving a wedge in the American people. So
if what Biden is saying about MAGA Republicans is true, then why are the Democrats sending more than $40 million to get MAGA candidates, up and higher up in their races? I mean, the thing is, he's been buying votes by erasing student loan debt. Estimated cost of that is up to $1 trillion. No, there's no accurate assessment of the cost, no participation parameters of those who are in actual financial distress. He's draining strategic reserves at historic amounts to lower gas, right? And then we have to buy back the reserves at higher prices. Let's listen to Senator John Kennedy, what he has to say about all of this. Watch this.